Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back with me, Arya Swastika, your host. And today, on Voice of IREC, we're going to be talking about how COVID 19 and the pandemic impacted the education system. In recent years, the pandemic causes a lot of shift in daily people's life, starting from their activity, school life, and even work. This shift caused a lot of places to be on nationwide lockdown as the virus can move through physical and aerial contact. As this lockdown started and kept going, many occupations, including school, started to follow suit with the lockdown protocol, as it's the safest way for students, teachers, and other staff to be safe. Coronavirus, or COVID 19, is the leading virus of the pandemic that causes a lot of people's lives to shift. The coronavirus or COVID 19 is a pathogen which has a characteristic to be transmissible with a broad tissue. This means that the virus can be transferred through aerial and physical contact. With this knowledge of the virus, we can conclude that the best way to prevent said virus to be transmitted is to keep your distance from social crowds, wear a mask at all times, and wash your hands often. With the spread of the virus going worldwide, many sectors of people's lives are forced to go on a lockdown because of the virus. One of the leading sectors in this case is school. School has been in lockdown since March and April of 2020. While countries are at different points in their COVID 19, in terms of worldwide numbers, there were 1.2 billion children in 186 countries affected by school closures due to the pandemic. In Denmark, for example, children up to the age of 11 are returning to school after initially closing in on 12th of March. Even before COVID 19, countries are already adopting an education technology, with the global edtech investment reaching a whopping 18.6 US billion dollars in 2019. And overall, the market for online educations are predicted to reach 350 billion US dollars in 2025. There's been a significant surge in usage since COVID 19, whether it's language apps, virtual tutoring, video conferencing tools, or online learning software. While some believe that the unplanned yet rapid move to online learning will result in either a good user experience or a bad user experience, depending on some factor like insufficient bandwidth and little preparation. But for those who do have access to the right technology, there is evidence that learning online can be more effective in a number of ways. Some research shows that on average, students understand 25 to 60% more material when learning online, compared to only 8 to 10% in an offline classroom. This is mostly because of the fact that students are able to learn faster online. In contrary to offline learning, students are able to learn faster because of the fact that e-learning requires 40 to 60% less time because students are able to learn at their own pace, going back and rereading, accelerating, or even skipping through concepts as they choose. Thank you for tuning in tonight with me, your host Arya Swastika. That will be all the news that we can deliver. And thank you for tuning in.